YouTube real quick. You ain't cool, ho. You ain't cool, ho. Pop out the motherfucking chat. Like that? What is up, KJ? Let me make sure the stream is okay. White collar, my guy. What is up? I have not streamed in a while, so it's like riding a bike that I fall off of quite often. So, says the stream health is pretty good. Let me see if everybody can hear your boy. I'm gonna bring that down. I'm gonna bring that chat back up. Hey. Oh man, your boy's been surviving. I won't even be on that long to be real, but working 7 days a week, 10 hours a day, still trying to look out for another job. I may have or I don't know 100% yet, but maybe, just maybe, I might be able to lock something down. If I do, we're going to go back to the regularly scheduled programming of AllG'sReact. So that's just a maybe. But I want to know how everybody else is doing around the world. KJ, are you back in the States, or are you still overseas? White collar, how have you been? Mozart. You still in the office building? That's good. Mozart, how have you been? How is Canada treating you right now? I watched a video on Canada, and I heard that Canadians don't like Americans. I can't believe it. Ruben, what's good, bro? Ruben, man, how you been, bro? I just wanted to talk to some people. It's crazy. Everything's just going crazy right now. Let me see. It looks like everything's running good there. Fat Joe, huh? I haven't listened to Fat Joe since Do the Rock Away. Now lean back. Now lean back. Now lean back. No, there was another song he did too. I can't remember though. Spice One. Blake's was good. My son normally always kills it, Ruben. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. I haven't heard anything my son has done, and I mean I've listened to a good 10 of his songs or freestyles, and you know sometimes he remixes stuff. I have never heard him do anything bad. So I just believe that he's just good at rapping. But he also lives what he talks, so I guess he would be good at it. Yeah, I've never heard it. Koreans don't like Americans either. Do I have a personal favorite rapper? No, bro. I be honest with you. I did a live stream a while ago where I did away with my list. Like I did away with my whole list of rappers, and now it's more basically based off of who I vibe to, who I'm looking for particular reasons. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge in certain areas, stuff like that. So I've kind of done away with personal favorite, like just one rapper that I think that's the best. Check it out right now. You know this laptop ain't finna run that shit. You know good and damn well as soon as I try to watch it, this mug gonna start glitching and it's gonna fall over. But I am gonna check it out though. I plan on putting up probably about another 5, 6 reactions. I think Cannabis had the better diss track. Oh, my boy Josh is here. What is good? Man, I am scared to get into the NF Doom game right now. I'm not going to lie to you. I have 6 of his albums. I haven't touched them yet because everyone keeps telling me MF Doom is like crazy with it. So I don't know if I'm ready to bombard my mind with trying to break down his lyrics. You feel me? So, like, that's why I haven't messed with MF Doom yet. I got 6 albums of his and I have not messed with him yet. Like for real. I have not touched him just because I'm trying to clear my head out right now. I've taken in a lot of music, man. A lot of music here lately. And I just got finished with that Apollo Brown Locksmith album. I liked it. I liked the fact that it was short because like going through but you're rich. That's what rich people get. You got to work that long. Going through Ritz's album with like 21 tracks was a lot of music to digest. So I wasn't ready to tackle another album that heavy. So I did Contraband. I like Contraband, but it didn't live up. Contraband, like Stevie Stone and JL's album, I liked it, but since I love JL, it didn't kind of live up to the hype that I was expecting, but it was still good. Um, so the collaboration album with Locksmith and Apollo Brown was good. I like that it was short. I like that it was digestible. It wasn't something that was just so heavily lyric, you know what I'm saying, like lyric base that I need to break it down. I know Doom is good because here's the thing. When like Most Def, I love Most Def, right? I love Most Def. When Most Def is telling you how tight Doom is, or even like Lupe Fiasco, I love Lupe Fiasco. Lupe Fiasco puts Doom up there. So now I'm thinking to myself like, Doom must be bad, like bad, bad. What is happening in Korea and Japan? I need to call my sister. She live in Japan. She probably know what's up. But what's going on with Korea? Is it north or south? Like, who is it? Who fault is it? I heard Japan is super racist. I heard Japan is super racist. I heard they like a quiet racist too. You know what I'm saying? Like they not loud and belligerent racist. They quiet racist. Like they shun you without you knowing. What is your country doing, KJ? For real. Like I heard Japan is super racist. Like they super duper racist. Josh, bro, how you been, man? What's going on? What is up with you? But I also heard it's because they real exclusive. Like they really exclusive over there in Japan. So they really set on their traditions, and when outsiders come in being all crazy or being, outsiders, it makes them feel uncomfortable. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, that's what I heard. My sister says stuff like that happened, but um, bro, Josh, I don't listen to Nicki. Like, I don't know if that's like has been forgotten, but I have only heard one verse of hers, and that's on Bottoms Up. I don't mess with like I don't mess with Nicki. Someone even asked me to react to that Nicki Eminem song, and I was just kind of like, you know how hard it's gonna be for me to sit through Nicki Minaj, like. And don't get me wrong, I don't think that she's a bad rapper. I just think she don't make music that's for me. That's what I think. White collar. My sister said in some areas black people are like celebrated in Japan. Like celebrated because since they don't really know the culture of blacks, they think all black people are like superstars, like rappers or athletes. So she said there's some areas in Japan where like everyone's gonna want to touch you. She even told me, she said, if you come over here since you're tall, she said, if you go to certain areas in Japan, everyone's gonna want to touch you because they think that you're like a superstar or something like that. And I laughed. I thought that was funny. Hold on, Japan don't want to comfort their women? Like, Japan don't want to comfort women? What? That is crazy. Yeah, in Europe they did that. Uh, she just told me it's stereotypical because they don't know much. I don't know the history of Korea and Japan, like them interacting like that. I didn't know they got down like that. I always thought it was between like Korea and China. I didn't know Japan was in the mix too. Damn, so much stuff happens in the world. I didn't know Japan was some women haters. That's crazy. Yeah. Well, like she told me over there, she says only in some areas. You know what I'm saying? Like some areas, people are racist. In some areas, they don't like Americans. They don't like Americans because of the bomb. You know what I'm saying? So, it like any place you go, it depends on where you go. But she said kind of like how Americans have stereotypes of other countries. They got them over there too. And she said for some strange reason, some areas she's been, they think like black people, like well black dudes anyway, are all athlete, like pro athletes, rappers, stuff like that, and they just in those areas they're not used to being around people like that, so they want to touch you and take pictures with you and stuff like that. And I was just like, that's crazy. Japan occupied Korea and used Korean women as sex slaves for years. Oh, it's one of those situations. Okay. So, Japan only looks at women as sex slaves, and Korea is trying to respect their women. So Japan holds that L hardcore on that one. But like prostitution was real big in Japan at one time though. Like it was just open. So I could definitely see I can definitely see that being an issue. Hmm. I was gonna send out some tweets and stuff to let people know I was. You always never did. Okay. Yeah, but I watched the thing where they were talking about the new generation in Japan, where they're basically using like 90. What's good, bro? Man, thank you for the support, man. You've been riding with your boy for a long time. And in fact, everybody in here, thank you. Like y'all been riding with me for a good minute. So hopefully everything works out the way it needs to work out. And me and Phil gonna be working on some stuff for you guys, like straight up. All right, now back to Japan. I watched this thing on Japan where the new generation is using the Nazi swastika as like a symbol. It's like a popular symbol over there. They just turned it a different way. So the new generation doesn't know that Japan sided with the Nazis and lost in the war. So they're using like a sideways a sideways like swastika as some popular little quotation or something like that, and they don't even know what that symbol means. And to me it just goes to show how like all countries try to hide like they're negative. Yeah, see, I heard about that too. I heard that the original symbol was supposed to represent peace and unity, and then the Nazis flipped it. Like it followed on with conquest, murder, genocide, stuff like that. So it's not their symbol. Ah, okay. All right, all right. I see what you're going with. Like the symbol meant something else, but it got popularized, and then it got like basically recognized with what the Nazis was doing. All right, I got you. With all the history I've been reading in the past couple of months, though, so they reclaimed the symbol. I've been doing some history stuff here too, because I've been wanting to learn some things, and no, I've never looked into the Nazi symbol. To be real with you, I got into learning about Hitler and the Nazi group for a little bit, and then I kind of fell off on learning about it, and I never got deep with it. I just learned that there's been way worse mofos than Hitler and the Nazi group in American history like months ago, and I was just thinking to myself like some of these people are celebrated on a level that is crazy to me, but they don't get the same disrespect. Well, I understand why they don't. Yeah, yeah, Columbus is definitely one of them. When I read the people's history of the United States, I instantly was like, I don't even want to say that dude's name no more for what he did. And it's just Brian, bro, man, Brian, you been I ain't seen you in a minute. Man, Brian, how you been, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, I've been. That's what I've been working on, man. I've been reading. Right now, I'm working on. Damn, I got the book. Where the hell is my book at? It's about the police. Um, right now. Yeah, Brian put me up on a lot of UK music. Same thing, same thing. Anyway, so KJ, tell me more about this whole Japan being women haters, and how is that tension like? What is that relationship coming becoming about right now over there? I did not know that. I didn't know Japan used Korea like that. Working hard too, working hard. The book I'm reading, if I might finish it this week, maybe. It's a thick book, but I know for a fact it's about the militarization of the police in the United States. And they kind of talk about where I'm at right now. They kind of talk about how you know the times are different, but he said the Bible. Uh, the times are different, but they said that the founding fathers of this country would look at police force like a standing army, and they were against standing armies because of how Britain did it. Damn, man, why everybody hate each other? I was talking to somebody at work today. He told me that I was a nice guy, and I told him that I try to live a simple life of respect and equality. It's crazy, man. We're not going to survive as a species if everyone hates each other. I don't even understand why. I want to get once I finish my research into what I'm doing now, I want to get into the whole mongrel and the whole Chinese orbit with the mongrels. I want to see how that entire thing went down. I'm gonna ask my sister today about that Japanese thing. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was like that. I know Japanese had occupied stuff, and I know Japanese was a warring with a warring state. Like I heard they fought with each other all the damn time. That's what I know about Japan anyway. They were real big on warring, the feudal state, stuff like that. Well, I said that one of these days something bad's gonna happen, and we're gonna have to come together to fix it. I'll probably be dead. We'll probably all be dead when that happens, but that's the only way unity will ever happen is through bad stuff. The U.S. is fighting with each other. Other countries is fighting. Revolutionary does need blood. See, I knew they occupied China, but they don't never. You probably, and that's probably the reason why I don't know. Yes, it has. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it, Brian, but yes, yes, it has. Once you get into the history, like I've been learning, like that book is teaching me the actual history of the police and how they were formed. You wouldn't believe how far away we are from where we started. The policing was mainly done by people in the neighborhood, so they knew the neighborhood. And it's so crazy how far back it is. See, I just said that. Yeah, yeah, that's the whole thing. Like policing used to be done by people in the neighborhood. Like you had to do rotations of communities, neighborhoods, towns, all that. And it was done by the people. They had one elective person, like the sheriff, you know what I'm saying, or the chief. But rather than that, it had to be done by the people. And when people knew the people that they lived around, things were better. And as time went on, things started getting further and further away, separated. And they started not putting people from the neighborhoods in the communities because they wanted higher arrest rates. Is that the ice cream man? It is ice cream man. So Japan won't put Korea in the history books, which is probably why I don't know anything about them dealing with Korea. Mike Miller, it's good, man. Glad you joined. We're just talking about love, peace, war, police, Japan being some haters on the Koreans, wars, all types of stuff. I'm just trying to kick it with you guys, talk to y'all. It's been a minute. Basically everything under the sun. What we're talking about. I'm learning quite a bit about Japan occupying Korea, which I didn't know, because they don't want to put Korea in. Wow. What's my thoughts on God? Bro, that is a bro, that is a like we talking about wars, which is like this big. That question is like spanning down the street. That is a long that is a long ass take me a while to answer that. I got a lot of thoughts on God. Narrow that down for me, bro. All right, white collar, bro. Narrow that down for me, and I'll be able to give you a better answer. Yeah, I've always learned that if you want to learn the histories of certain places, don't learn the history from that place. Look at other places and how they documented the way those countries acted. Because a lot of times you find the truth of a country or a certain place in another place. What anime can I recommend you? Well, I haven't watched it in a couple of months, but Overlord is good, and I heard they just started season 2 of it. I say check out Overlord. Overlord. History is always written by the winners, right? So What? They'll kick out of a Japanese restaurant? Wow, I didn't know that. All right, you're a spiritual guy. When it comes to the Bible, I believe the Bible has truths. When it comes to the Bible, I believe the Bible has truths in it, right? Like, I don't want to say the entire thing is true, but I do say there's truths in the Bible itself. So, because there are some things that you can take from out of the Bible that applied for this book, that applied to this book for so long ago that still apply today. You feel what I'm saying? So if you go through it, then you can basically find the truths that lie in it. You feel me? That's how I feel about the Bible, because I've been through it a few times, and every time I go through it, I begin to weigh, wonder, research, stuff like that. And once you do that, you begin to separate the false from the truth. And that's how you have to treat the Bible, history books. That's how you have to treat everything that man has put his hand on. You have to treat it that way. Basically, instructions before leaving Earth. I like that title. I do. I like that. Basically, instructions before leaving Earth. Kyle, I got you, dog. Yes, I do. Who does that? Wait a minute. Wait. Don't make it disappear on your boy. Don't make it disappear on your boy. Y'all making it disappear on my boy. Ugh. And killer priest. Okay. I might have to blow this mug up so I don't lose nothing. But I like that title, so I know it's going to be interesting. He's an Argentinian rapper. Why not? Why not? I studied the history of the book itself, the Bible, for y'all who are on this topic. I studied the history of the book itself. There are, if you want the real deal, there were groups of people who literally wrote inscriptions, which we call scriptures, and they burned them in with an iron because they knew that invaders would take their words and change them. So there's a reason why, you ever heard of the Apocrypha, which is like supposed to be like part of the Bible? There's a reason why a lot of that stuff's not in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? Because it can be traced back and you can find the truth that's written within it, because the people who wrote it burned their original inscriptions so they wouldn't be changed by invaders. Because that's normally what happens is invaders come in, they take a book or they take something that's being studied and learned or worshiped, and they change it to fit the way they want those people to act, basically giving them the power. I'm trying to keep it short, you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of skipping. Now, Here We Go by TK Cream. Here we go. I said row. Why did I put R? I put here we row. It's here we go. Oh man. It's like I said, um, there's just certain parts of it that are true because they still apply. You feel what I'm saying? Like you can get stuff out of it that will still apply to you today. That is real truth. Truth transcends time. You see what I'm saying? Like it transcends time. So there's things in it that will still apply today. And there's things in it that don't apply today. That's how you know when man put his hand on it. Really? That kind of sounds like some stuff that happens over here, KJ. Like the son of a company owner, he's the grandson of a man who owned slaves, who built his fortune off of it. That's kind of the way it works. I have certain rules and certain outlooks on the Bible when I read it, and I keep those, and because I'll read the Bible like now, but I keep that. And anytime I learn something new historically that has an effect on that region or that area from where the words come from, I always have to look into it to see if I need to apply or dismiss stuff like that. Didn't you say the last emperor dropped the album or was? I think so. I remember you saying that. I really like. I try to. I don't always be answering you guys, but I kind of watch and remember and try to take. Like I have an entire. I mean, y'all can't see it because I don't have my thing set up. Exactly. Judgmental, being judgmental. Here's the thing about the Bible and what the Bible does to particular people. The Bible gets into the mind, and since you begin to believe that you are supposed to safeguard and practice and spread this, you begin to look at the way people live, even though you might have lived that way 2 months before you start acting the way you act. You know what I'm saying? Like you begin to believe that that's how you need to do. That's how you need to live your life. So then you start looking at other people because you like, I want you to live like me. I want you to live like me. I want you to live like me. The main reason for that is because we as creatures are very comfortable around things that we think that we know or that we understand. So if you get a group of friends together and you all believe the same thing, you all think the same way, you're going to feel comfortable. You see what I'm saying? Almost no one searches for a person who is the opposite of their mindset because they're afraid that those people will come against what they think. Yeah, adversary. That's the Hebrew meaning, right? Like if you take the Greek meaning of like demon, it just means spiritual force. It means like demion or something like that. If you start tracing this stuff back, you begin to learn where they start flipping crap to fit what we have today. Like you'll figure it out easily. if you research it. I spent 3 years getting into it, and I'm like I'm kind of like 90. My mom used to take us to church, stuff like that. I grew up in it. I got older. I kind of I still followed some of it, but as I begin to see the world for myself outside of going to school, going home, and hanging out in the streets, when I begin to travel and see what I known as the world at that time, you begin you begin to notice things if you're really paying attention. You'll begin to see things. You'll be like you, and if you're brave enough, you'll begin to question them. Now, when you get to the questioning part, you got one or two options: investigate and learn, or don't. And I think a lot of people don't because they're afraid of what they're going to find. So now, me and my mom argue over what's in the Bible all the time. I went from being the good little boy, listen to my mom, talk about the Bible, believe what she said was in it, to now we will argue over what's in the Bible all the time. Every single time. She's probably like, "What happened to my baby?" Like, no, that does not mean that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will say that to her. That don't mean that at all. So that's what we do. Well, the church used to be, in the black communities, the church used to be the gathering point because it gave people hope. You gotta remember, black people have been in dire straits in this country for a long ass time. So that begins to give hope. So it kind of, that's kind of the norm for a lot of black people. You feel what I'm saying? Logic, question everything. Question everything. I and this is the thing, man. You will never, because people ask me, what are you? And I'm like, me? I'm me. They be like, are you Christian? I'm like, no. And even though I follow some of the things that the Christians do believe, I'm not taking that title because there's some things I don't believe. I have not heard of that. That's interesting. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I need to talk to some people. Question everything. Oh, that's the name of his song, Question Everything. And that's UK Logic, right? Because I think you put me up on UK Logic Spectator, and I like that song. My number one thing is I don't judge people, but I do watch what I have around me and what I have around my family. And it's not based off of me just judging a person for what they're going through or what they're doing. It's based off of the way things spiderweb off with action and consequence. Right. Like, here's the thing. If you take the Proverbs of the Bible, there's almost nothing in the Proverbs of the Bible, like of the entire book of Proverbs, that almost does not apply today. How it tells you to work like an ant, or how you need to be able to work like one because they have no taskmaster, like they do their duties without having to be watched, stuff like that. That's how I live my life in working and how I've kept jobs. Really? It's not surprising. I was going like, that's kind of weird, but then I started thinking like, around the world, there's a lot of things still happening that's probably been happening for a very long time. Yeah, right. It's like the Bohemian Grove thing. People worship skulls. People worship owls. People worship a lot of stuff, and I begin to think that like a lot has not really changed. Like I started looking into the disappearance of kids in the UK around a certain time and how some of it leads to the Queen over there, right? Now, I don't have no concrete facts or nothing like that, but sometimes you start looking at stuff and you begin to see the pattern that goes with that thing. So, people worshiping demons, people worshiping crosses, people worshiping statues of Neptune, Mars, Jupiter, but then they just wrote Peter, uh, James, John, Mary. Like, when you start looking at it, you begin to start questioning everything. And I had to fall back on it. This is when I fell back. I fell back when I started looking at the whole, I think it's called ley lines. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's called like ley lines. Like there's these lines, these type of lines that run underneath the earth, and where certain ones connect or meet or run on the same thing, you begin to see a pattern of murders around the globe. Like, all right, like China had somebody kill like 22 people with a knife or something like that, right? This was a while ago. And on that same exact line is where the Sandy Hook shooting was, on that same exact line. So that's when I kind of fell back because I don't think I'm really ready to start diving that deep into something. Hey B, what's good, man? Right, like that's when I start kind of falling back because I honestly wasn't really ready to go that deep into the whole energy connecting, like through the earth, murders happening here, murders happening there. Um, it's kind of like when there's a full moon, how people go ape shit at night. Like there's more murders and shit like that when we have a full moon. It's kind of like we're all really, really deeply connected to the earth and everything that we're around. I don't know, man. Like I said, I kind of fell back there. I fell back and I started kind of investigating things that I had looked into. I just started investigating those type of things deeper. Like there's one. Like I'm pretty sure everybody in here who's involved in this conversation knows about symbolism, right? I never seen that. New York, Boston, Washington D.C. in a straight line. Right. All right. Almost everybody in here probably knows about symbolism, like the power, the actual power of symbolism, right? I was watching this thing where this dude was talking about how back in the day, especially like the Scandinavian days, they used to worship like fertility. So that's where the egg came from for Easter. And they also worship like that's why you see statues with big long dongs sticking off of them because they worship fertility. So then he did like an overview of a Catholic church somewhere like in South America. And in the overview, you can literally see the buildings and everything are aligned to where it looks like two ball sacks and a dick. And I was sitting there thinking, like, bro, are we really serious right now? Is this what 8,000 BC? No, for real, bro. If I ever find it, man, I will share it with you guys. That shit looks like a balls and a dick. Even with a little bit of a curve, which is jacked up. But I'm just saying, like, I didn't understand the true power of symbolism until I started really look deep into symbolism. Like, all types of shit. I have seen that. I seen that on a Do You Know Korea video or something like that. I watched on YouTube where they were talking about that. It looks like handcuffs. Man, my thing is that shit, it's weird to me. And there's a documentary that I have not watched yet and I'm trying to find and I can't find it, and it's called The Color of Self, where they talk about where they study all of us and base all their advertisements that they sell to us off of color, shapes, stuff that enacts things within us. Oh, okay, now I got you. Yeah, yeah, like people go crazy during the full moon, bro. It's like that shit's like the crime rate goes up and shit, and it's like the moon causes that. But you gotta think about it. We're mainly made out of water. So if there's like a high tide, if the moon can affect the ocean, how come the moon can't affect the water within us? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just talking with you guys, man. This is the type of shit that I'm into. I know some of y'all probably left like you ain't doing no reactions. F you. But this is just, I don't got no friends out here. Just me and Phil and a few others. You know what I'm saying? It's just a few of us and shit. It's crazy. Someone told me this, and this is the thing that made me question a few things. Right. So, like, couldn't it be knocking us out of whack during the full moon? You see, I know you'd be my friend, bro, for real. Well, I know some of y'all. I've actually developed relationships with quite a few of you guys, straight up. Hey, while we on that topic, real quick, then we'll get back to all the crazy shit. I was trying to do Team Backpack for a minute, bro, and they literally, I couldn't get they had their shit private, their videos private and shit. Like real talk, cause I was trying to do like an entire week of this was a while ago, but I was trying to do a week of battle rap and team backpack, like freestyle shit. I wanted to do an entire week of that, and they had their shit private. Like I couldn't get no vids. I literally was like looking up team backpack, and other people had posted some of their shit, but they had their shit on private. And I was like, what the hell? Now, I haven't checked in a minute, but I remember I was going to do that because I wanted to do like the freestyle battle rap cypher week is what I had planned. Just drop nothing but videos like that. And that happened. And I was just like, y'all fucked it up for me because I really wanted to do that. I really wanted to do that. That shit messed it up. All right, now we get back to the crazy shit. Now, and I got to call it crazy because I need to. Because we have to use the word crazy to be dismissive, so they don't track all our shit, because they will probably be listening to this conversation like track white collar, track 90, track KJ, track everybody in this track everyone. Track Brian, track everybody in this book. Y'all cannot be talking about this shit. I'll beat the ass. Oh man, yeah. That's what they really need. They need to get their ass beat. That's exactly what they need. For real. I've been crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I've been crazy. I got some shit to say that I don't say because I know if I say it, they gonna cut my damn brakes. And I can't leave my kids fatherless yet. I want to see them get to about the teenage years. That is when I'm going like, white collar, where you at? 2 a.m.? Where you located at? You might have told me, I just forgot. I know I got a lot of love in Australia, UK. Okay, you in the UK? I know I got a lot of love from y'all from them places, man. Yeah, man, once my kids get about teenage, I'm letting loose, bro. They gonna kill me. I'm a dead man. Straight up. One thing I do want to say, man, big ups UK, because for some strange reason, I know y'all deal with problems over there like we deal with problems over here, but it seemed like you all have a little bit of a better understanding of the unity thing over there. Like when I see cats clicked up in gangs or groups or whatever, it be multiple different type of people in that group. And to me, even though that gang may be doing some like not so great shit, it still shows me that y'all kind of not all about I know you got some of it, because I understand that the British Empire has done some dirty ass shit. Yes, they have. I've watched the videos. I didn't know they got down like that, but I also know that it's kind of like the poor look past sometimes. You know, like y'all poor is just poor. See y'all murder rate? Man, you gotta think about it though. Here's the thing. And let's talk about some more crazy shit. Yeah, see, like the Irish. Like, I didn't know the Irish and the British were at odds like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I started looking into the Irish around the Mayweather McGonagall McConnor fight, I started looking into it, and I didn't know the Irish in Britain was like. I'm like, damn. I see why. Like they treat the. I'm like, what? Oh, hey, KJ, real quick. They hate the British. Yes, yes. I remember doing that song that had that speech from that Scottish dude. I remember doing that song. It was a low key song, I believe. That he had that speech from that Scottish guy talking about them taking over Scotland and shit and stuff like that. And like I said, there's just things that I have been learning. The music, like, entices my mind, and then I go look into it because I want to learn. Anyway, real quick, KJ, when you getting back on League? Like, let me know, cause Cody wants to know, cause she's thinking about trying to get set up to start recording gameplay and stuff like that. So, let your boy know. I have not heard about that. Right now, okay, cool, cool, cool. Cause she's interested in doing that. I've been working my ass off, guys. My plan is Junior. I haven't heard about that. I'm trying to get a car because I haven't had a car in like 2 years. So your boy needs a whip. That'll make thing. That'll make things easier for me. And then my next goal is to upgrade this bullshit laptop I got so I can go back to live reactions because that's the only reason why I haven't been doing them is my laptop is bullshit. It really is. Junior murder. I'm gonna look into it. I haven't heard about it, man. Last thing I looked into murder wise was like the shootings in Chicago. I was trying to look up something involving those shootings. You talking about the one where they dragged them out of the store? Bro, I just had pizza. I learned not to come into the stream hungry no more. Normally KJ be in his mug eating something and be like telling me about it while I be like straight hungry. I'm like, man, KJ tripping, bro. You a vegan too? Shots out to you, bro. I went vegetarian for like 6 months and I actually enjoyed it. I really, really did. But I also had options to get the stuff I needed. Like, I had those options to get the shit that I needed. Now I don't have them options. I'm like, said you got your manager on speed now for food. Wild, bro. Um, bro, 90. Yes, I did hear about that. To me, that's the dumbest thing ever. And I never looked into the story of why it happened, but to me, it was dumb. I remember seeing something about them, like, something about them dragging him out of the store, some shit like that. Here's my whole thing. This is just me, okay? Not everything is bad for you. I'm gonna put it to you like that. Not everything's bad for you. Uh, But they're making it damn hard for you to get shit that is good for you. And the reason why is because they need that death rate high. Like, I have nothing against people who don't eat meat. I ain't got nothing against people who do eat meat. I ain't got nothing against people who eat animal products. I don't have nothing against people who are so clean that they don't touch none of it. No problem. The reason why is because you have to live your life the way you need to live your life. You feel me? My thing with meat, I grew up on it. And to be honest with you, and to be real, we didn't eat pork growing up. One reason is because that shit was expensive back then. So we ate the cheap stuff like turkey, chicken, stuff like that. That's what we ate because back in the 90s, that was the cheap food. What? Wow. I knew nothing about that. I knew nothing about that. That is crazy. So she saved her boyfriend. She sacrificed her boyfriend. That is crazy. And they killed that dude over it. Wow. Because it'd be blamed for something. Anyway, let me go back to my story. Thank you, 90. I didn't know that. That's good, man. That's a good thing to get over. So, shots out for Brian for getting over drinking. That's what's up. I'll be real with you. I've never drank. I've never smoked. I don't want to put off any type of imagery that I am one of them people that do those things because I'm not. I don't judge people who do it unless you, like I said, consequences and spidering effects. Unless you're one of those people who complain about it but do it. Those are the people I have an issue with. Don't get hammered drunk and complain to everybody of how hungover you are, how your body hurts. You know what I'm saying? Like all the issues that come with those things because you're choosing to do it. So you need to just kind of shut up and do your thing. To be honest with you though, white collar, I really want to get away from dairy. And I'm not going to lie to you, we have made a big change over the past like 6 years to move away from dairy. I'm trying to get my old lady to stop buying regular milk, period. That's because you're a functioning alcoholic, KJ. You eat expensive food that absorbs your alcohol and you're up early, rise and shine to do your job. That is your talent, my friend. But yeah, I really want to give up the dairy. Like I really, 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 really do. Now, who heard about what happened with Monsanto? And who here knows who Monsanto is? See, I gave up ice cream because I'm lactose. I gave up regular milk because I'm lactose. I gave all that shit up because and I mean like I remember eating one ice cream. Not who he is. It's a company called Monsanto. Have you ever heard of it? Nobody here knows who Monsanto is? What? 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 Not even KJ? Wow. Hold on. 90? Brian? White collar? No one? It's time to be evil and informative. Yes. Thank you, 90. Monsanto is the biggest distributor of soybean products, corn, and corn products. They are responsible for GMOs in almost every type of vegetable product that goes into things. Now, how many of y'all heard of Roundup? I don't know if it's sold outside of the US, and I'm pretty sure KJ has probably never ever cut his lawn before. So, needless to say, a man, yes, a man caught cancer using Roundup. He was a school groundskeeper, right? Now, they had said that their product does not cause cancer. They had all these studies done, but the studies were done by the company. So then, therefore, they can just make the results. The judge had independent studies done, and it shows that their weed killer, which is Roundup, causes cancer. He won $290 million. Now, that is good and all, but it opens up a train of lawsuits that Monsanto has been fighting and covering up for many, many years. Now, they use their products on almost everything they sell. They are responsible for the increased suicide rate of farmers because they control farmers, they bankrupt farmers. Yes, but what I'm saying is they had been hiding all that shit for years, bro. This one guy and his lawyer opened the floodgates of shit. And what I mean by that is the reason why it's a win for us is because they so-called, you know how like they like to call people conspiracy theorists because they so-called can't prove shit. 10 years ago, people were talking about everything that Monsanto had been doing, and everybody just wrote them off as conspiracy theorists. Now, that means that those conspiracy are now true. Like, it means that they're now true. You know what I'm saying? It's a win for the thought process of conspiracies. Even if we win 10 minds, it's still a win. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, Monsanto has enough money to probably pay all them lawsuits and it not affect them. But it's the fact that you're opening up people's mindsets. You feel me? That's what I mean by it's a win, because that means everyone who called them people conspiracy theorists and liars back in the day, it's undisputable truth of what they are. You have a lot of conspiracy theorists at your company. Are you guys doing some conspiracy theory things, KJ? Believe me, man, I understand that people make up stuff if they felt like they've been wronged by a company or wronged by somebody. They'll do that. But when you start investigating and you begin to start seeing them coincidences and stuff like that, it's kind of hard for you to sit back and say, we didn't do that. You said none that you know. It may be above your pay grade, huh? KJ gonna walk in one day. So they're saying that the ground may have radiation waste in Ireland. Wow. Man. Wow, bro. Oh, well, yeah, that's a family owned company. Y'all probably got some, like, your family probably got some secrets or something, but nothing like, nothing like global domination of farmers like Monsanto. I'm happy I was able to spread this information because I learned about Monsanto like 7, 8 years ago. I had no idea who they were. I actually stopped eating certain shit because of Monsanto. Like if they had a farmer who wanted to use natural soybean, they would sue him. And even though they wouldn't be able to beat him or like win the case against the farmer, they would just sue him to try to bankrupt him. Like that's all they would do it for. They would try to sue him to try to bankrupt him. That's it. One day KJ gonna walk into the office, drinking his coffee, ready to start his day, and he gonna see the heads of his company just file is like shredding all types of paperwork. Like, KJ, get in here and help us. Zeet, 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 zeet. They coming. They are coming for us. KJ will be like, what's going on? What have we been doing? Well, we've been exporting oil from Iran and Iraq, and we've been doing a couple other things. What? When did this happen? He said, I'm going to the bar. Like, I'm finna just sit back, wait for him to show up. I'm gonna be drinking. I'm going to jail lit. AJ said, I'm going to the bar. I'm finna get lit before I go to jail. FBI busting. Korean police busting. Everything. So spread the word, man. If you have anybody willing to listen to you, let them know. Monsanto is some lying bastards. They've been caught. And watch. Because, I mean, I got like a roundup around the house right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why to me it's a great win. It's definitely a good win because as long as you open up some minds to some shit, it's a win. Look what you're involved in. I rechargeable batteries. Oh man, you never drank either? That's good, man. My thing is, I have nothing against it at all whatsoever. Um, Unless, like I said, you are a drunk. Yeah, I know, South Korea. Um, so y'all been exporting oil in North Korea, huh? Okay, I see, I see. Roundup is very potent. Very, very potent. I used it around the house not too long ago. I bought something else this time, and the only reason why I did it because it was cheaper. I looked at that Roundup price. I'm like, I ain't rounding up shit for that much money. Let me get this cheap stuff. So I got something cheaper. That like last time I did it, I didn't use Roundup, but I have used Roundup quite a few times. I heard that 90 you in the U.S. Because I'm about to say my president, but Oregon's in the house. I was about to say my president, but it may be our president if 90's in the U.S. I heard he almost bankrupt two phone companies with them. He's trying to get rid of the Chinese electronics or some shit like that. Got the good Colorado. You can't get no higher. I love that song Colorado on Tech Nine album. I'm not even a smoker, bro, but I love that song. I love weed songs, even though I don't smoke it. I love the vibe for weed songs. So you can't be promoted if you're not family. So if you that means you go into a position knowing it's a dead end if you're not family. That is crazy, but some people probably still do it. Colorado, man, so ahead of this time. It's crazy. It's like they just know. Sound like my family came back. So I may have to exit off of here. Weed culture, here's the thing, man. Weed has been criminalized. It was criminalized for racial reasons back in the day. And I personally believe that now that it's not criminalized, or it's becoming less criminalized, I heard Oregon's pretty nice. I heard it's pretty in some parts of Oregon, but I've never been either. I may have to make a trip one time. But yeah, weed is becoming less criminalized. I'm happy. This will give some states the chance to make some good money. And that's what I hope for. See, like we got some people that left. I have to go myself. As y'all know, I'm working every single day. But I did want to kick it with y'all. I love talking about what we talk about here, especially with a few of you guys. Remember, spread the word on the whole Monsanto thing. We want people to know that they took that L. You feel me? I got some of this stuff written down. I'm trying to get some more reactions out for you guys. KJ, I can't wait for that Resident Evil 2. And I just heard they're remaking Resident Evil 3. And them the two I have not played yet. See, I experienced the Rocky Mountains when I went out to Tennessee, and I didn't want to leave because it is beautiful when you get out there. Hold on. Oh, that they lost that lawsuit, and now it is opening up the gates for more lawsuits that they have been hiding and fighting. So let people know that Roundup, weed killer, foods, soybeans, stuff like that, if it's made by Monsanto, it has GMOs in it, and they spray all their products with the same thing that has been giving people cancer. Mr. Sun Night Faded. Let me write that down because I will forget, bro. You know I will. If it's not, that's good. If it is, I just want the word to be spread because it's something that needs to happen. You just missed the whole conversation, Joe, but like that lawsuit is going to open some stuff up for us. I remember that one by heart because I was already thinking about checking that out. Yeah, bro, but that lawsuit's gonna open some eyes, and that's what we need. We need more eyes open. The more eyes we get, stuff like that. KE, I'm finna go, bro. You need to go back to work and start running from dogs in alleyways, jumping out of windows and stuff. That's right. I've been waiting to get you, bro. I was waiting to get you. You did? Sleep well, Brian. Enjoy yourself, man. Thank you for joining in. A $900 keyboard for Resident Evil? Hell no. No. I ain't using that shit. Thanks, 90. Y'all definitely gonna be knowing what is up. KE. Y'all definitely gonna be knowing what is up, what's going on with me. I definitely try to keep you guys in the loop. But some days, I ain't gonna lie, I come in this mug, I shower, I eat, I sleep. That's all I do. Well, I expect them Japanese people to have some exclusive keyboard. Yeah, see, I was just telling them how they got the GMO corn and soybean. But bro, that lawsuit gonna open up some doors. Maybe more people can get retribution, get justice. That is what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for with all the other lawsuits. Because they said it's going to open up a chain of lawsuits that Monsanto has been straight fighting. Justice. Samsung Note 9. That's too rich for my blood. That is way too rich for my blood. Look, bro, I'm trying to get an LG Stylo 4, and that mug costs like $160. And I'm like looking at the price like this, $160. I miss when cell phones were like $99. We broke around here, cuz. We broke. Trying to save up for this car. So I can slide up in the alleyway and pick KE up so he ain't gotta run. He ain't gotta run from them dogs. Get in the car, man. Too expensive, bro. When someone wants $1,000 for a phone that you probably that you gonna drop and break, man, I ain't finna buy that. I might as well take $1,000 and throw it on the ground and leave it. I do, bro. I'm just clowning on my way out because I love messing with my fam. But I am finna get out of here, bro. I want to appreciate everybody who showed up. If you watch this later, I love you. Somebody loves you out here. That is me if no one else does. We need to stick together. We need more love. We need more unity. All right? Because the world is not going to last with everybody fighting, killing, and arguing. Feel me? So, your boy's definitely Nixon. Mozart, you been in here, bro? You need to start talking more.